Hello everyone, my name is Wayne Liang, the Aragon watch designer. I'm going to introduce the brand new Aragon 30th anniversary American Eagle watch today. I'm very excited, super excited because I've been, working on this watch early last year, okay? And we finally have it made. And it's quite special. The reason why is this 30th anniversary is also planned for July 4th, okay, the Independence Day. And when you see it, when we see it close up, I will explain about this watch. So the celebration of the 30th anniversary of me designing watches in the watch industry, plus the American Eagle watch. Okay, so let's just come in and let me tell you all this stories and all the details about this watch. All right, so we have two sizes, 48 millimeter and 42 millimeter. So many people request we go smaller, so we're making it in a 42 millimeter. The movement of this watch is Swiss-made automatic Ronda R150 with 25 jewels, hacking second. Okay, a lot of people also ask, does Ronda make automatic movement? Yes, they do. They've been doing it for a few years. I don't remember exactly. So now, this is our 30th anniversary watch, okay? And we are launching this just right before the Independence Day on July 4th. So when you see this video and when we start our debut, by the time you receive the watch, you can also wear this watch together. So now, here's the concept, okay? It's really cool. The American flag, the color is red, white, and blue, okay? You see it red, white, and blue. And also the eagle has only three colors. It is red, we call this, the grayish silver, the white, and blue. So you can see it all on the dial with the eagle and the dial. So if you are, a collector of watches or a collector of anything, so you might want to collect all three, okay? And this is not limited edition. I want to emphasize this very clearly. But the first batch of production, we did a very small run. Now, another question I had when I posted a photo on the social media, somebody asked me, what is the number 50 represent? So it represents 50 states. I don't know, if this is cool or not. So the design of this watch was very well thought out. Okay, now, here is another thing why it took so long for us, over 9 months or a year to build this watch is because we were solving a new technology, new technique, I should say, a new technique to make the dial. So, I mean, it's no new news about when printed the dial or whatsoever, paint the dial is no new news. However, I'm not so sure if our camera is able to capture the detail of the eagle, the American Eagle. This is actually using a laser printer, okay, to create the eagle. So basically, it's not a silk screen printing of the eagle. It's actually using a 3D printer and printed out the eagle. So this is the first time our brand is using this technique. Okay, I think it's something that is pretty cool. And you can also see the eagle is raised above the dial. So it's much easier to see with the white dial. That's why I'm showing this. So here's another version of the red dial with the 3D printing of the American Eagle. All right, so now I also want to talk about a little bit, we talk about the 30th anniversary, the designs, the story behind it, why it's taking so long. When we were talking about this last year, everybody was highly anticipated. It's like, wait, when is this coming out? And it's finally is here. It's taking a long time because we're trying to solve, the technique to do this particular dial. So, all right, so we have that. So the case It's a fixed bezel, one-step fixed bezel case. Okay, 3 to 9 o'clock. What you're seeing right now is a 42 millimeter. The thickness is approximately 14.5 millimeter. Okay, the movement, I just love the movement. It's the Ronda Swiss automatic R150, 25 joules. Now, in case you've never seen it before, you never heard it before, it's basically the clone of the ETA 2824, Swiss made. So it's very, very reliable. The VPH, vibration per hour, is 28,800. That's why you're able to see the second is running very, very smoothly. So when I went out with my friend, I was wearing my Ronda R150 Swiss automatic. My friend was like, the first, he's in the watch industry. The first thing he noticed, it was like, whoa, the second hand is running very, very smoothly. What a great movement. So the second thing I want to talk about is the sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. It's another great feature on top of the watch, on top of the dial. So what you can see, let me try to turn this. You know how it's a double convex as compared to the flat crystal. The double convex is much harder to make, okay? Much more expensive to make. But when you wear this watch, let's say when you get this watch at home, I always love, I've been talking about this for many, many years. So I always love how from the side of the watch, you're able to see the elevation of the hands, you know, the hour, the minute, and the second hand. I very, very much enjoy to see that. I don't know about you, but with a double convex crystal, it's usually a lot easier to see. So, and then let me see if I can, let me show you from the blue one, because I know exactly where it is. And by the way, let me see if I can remove, you know, this is the micro adjustment pin. I just removed it because I want to show you the rotor. So the difference between the ETA 2824 and the R150 is the ETA has a single screw to secure the rotor. This is the Aragon blue with the the blue decorative rotor. Okay, so over here you can see the 30th anniversary. My eyes are not very good, so I wonder if this is where yeah, it's right here, 30th anniversary. And you can see the let me show you. Oh, there it is. Here's the balance wheel. It's a really, really good looking. Let me see if I can show you more about the movement, because it's fully covered by the rotor. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is it. So the main difference is the rotor, and it's a triple screw versus the single screw in the middle for the ETA 2024. So the quality wise, they're both super high quality, but they're, you know, Swiss, they like to do things that are unique to themselves. So therefore the Ronda, you can see it's a triple screws. The bracelet, I love this bracelet. I understand, you know, you might have seen this before. I love the hexagon design, solid stainless steel, solid first and link. The crown is 8 millimeter, approximately 8 millimeter, 8.5, with acid etching with the Aragon logo on the side. So I'm gonna put on the watch for the size perspective. So by the way, I'm wearing my, I don't know if you can see it, I'm wearing this brand new Aragon Dive Master 42. I've been wearing it, I love it. So I'm gonna take it off. So the first one I'm gonna wear first is the 48 millimeter. Now, this watch, the first end link is done so precisely. So even though this is 48 millimeter, it's really well fitted on my wrist. All right, okay. And I'm gonna put on the 42. There's not a bad color, by the way. If you collect all three, this is gonna be, you know, the full collection. This is the 42. I much prefer a larger timepiece, like but this, I think even the ladies can wear this. This 42, really, really good looking. the double convex crystal. I'm gonna put on the blue so everybody can see. You know, I have very, very dark skin right now because I've been out with my daughter. She's already began the summer, so I've been like hanging out with her every morning, you know, do a lot of outdoor activities. All right, by the way, this blue is very, very deep, okay? Great looking. There's not a bad color. And many people have been asking me which is my favorite among three. I tell you, I'll be honest with you, I like the white the most, but there's not a bad color. If you're a watch enthusiast, watch collectors, or collectors of any, you know, hobbies or whatever, you got to get all three. All right, so like I said, not limited edition. We didn't produce the, you know, large quantity on the first batch. And you know, when we introduce these watches with the intro price, we usually go all the way as low as possible. And you'll be surprised with the Swiss automatic, we're coming out with this price. I hope you like it. All right, so thank you very, very much. And I also want to thank, what I want to say is we're a small watch company, small watch brand. We don't have a large budget of advertising. The reason why we do this is to help you to save money, because if we were gonna, you know, advertise, spend a lot of money on advertising, we have to put the money into you know, charging more money to the watch. So what we're doing is we ask everyone, you know, please share our videos, you know, tell your friends about our brand, you know, our customer service, our quality, you know, the movement we use, and help spread the brand Aragon out to all, you know, your friends and family. Okay, there's only the hour hand and the minute hand have loom, so we will just do a very short 5 to 10 seconds loom shots at the end of this video, because the most what I was trying to create is we heavily emphasize the design of the dial, the technique to make this dial. So I hope you like it, and I will see you very soon. Okay, goodbye.